What's going on, guys? Jesse from Pew Review, and I have something cool I want to share with you today. If you look up there, I got a package. Who did I get a package from? I got a package from Bear Creek Arsenal. So this is their right side charging. I believe it's a 4.5-inch barrel. Really heavy duty chunk boy receiver. And I want to share some differences that I noticed because I was genuinely curious how they got such a short recoiling 9mm system in here, bufferless. That is the cool feature of this today. It is bufferless. This is the cap that goes on the back. That's your buffer tube. So truly a bufferless 9mm. I went ahead and disassembled the bolt because I was, oh, dropped that. Luckily I got carpets and soft feet apparently because that hurt. So I want to do some comparisons. And if you look where the gas key is supposed to be, that is one chunky boy piece of metal right there. In comparison, here's my Palmetto State Armory bolt. The bolt faces look pretty much the same. The extractor is significantly smaller on the BCA than it is on the PSA. So hopefully we don't have any extractor issues. I hope that doesn't become a concern, but who knows, maybe it'd be no problems at all. That's where your bolt handle would screw into. Got a little notch right here, just like so. That weighs all of 5 paper clips. So I've got a scale out because I was genuinely curious how light this thing is. Now, see if I can get a good view here. Here's my factory PSA bolt with standard weight in there, nothing special added. See if I can get a good view here. This thing weighs 14.3 ounces. Plus that would have a 5-ounce buffer. So that'd be roughly 19 ounces. This thing weighs 13 ounces. So that's significantly lighter than I've ever seen. So the fact that this thing cycles and cycles okay seems a little weird to me. So I can't wait to test that theory. And I know if you start running 3-ounce or lighter buffers with your standard AR9, people have said that you get out of battery discharges. So the weight is a little concerning, but I'm not going to say much about that. Anywho, on to the next part. If you look at my Palmetto State Armory upper receiver here, look where the charging handle would go. Now, let's compare the Bear Creek Arsenal upper receiver. It has a lot fatter channel on the left. So, with that being said, I guess we'll go ahead and say it. Theirs is not going to be compatible at all with any standard AR. Their bolt carrier, unless I'm sure if you unbolt this giant weight, don't know why you'd want to mod it or any of that, it's not going to fit. It's just not going to happen. It's significantly bigger. It's just not going to work. So here's the proprietary recoil spring. Sits like that. And you would take your standard AR lower like so. Take all that off, which in this case I could probably swap this out real quick for you. That's just a little rubber buffer. And you would take all this off, screw this in the back, and then this goes in place right there, like so. So, another curiosity. This is my Odinworks brace, which is about 4 inches long, 2 inches shorter than a standard carbine buffer. And I was wondering how much space this would actually save me in a backpack. So that's gonna sit generally right there. So you're talking another 3.5 inches, 3 inches, something like that, coming off the top. So it does make it a significantly shorter package. And one other thing that I'm gonna try with this, I haven't seen a single video made of anyone using anything but Glock mags. So I'm genuinely curious if this thing will run Colt mags. So one thing I checked was the the feeding style. If you do a comparison, look at the feed lips there, if I'm saying that correctly. That's going to be going through the magazine, extracting rounds out of the magazine and pushing it into the chamber. So that's BCA on the left, this is PSA on the right. I know my PSA bolt works fine with Colt mags, so it's looking like BCA might work with Colt mags. So I'm going to go ahead and install this on a standard lower using my Colt mag block adapter, and we'll see how that works, because I'd really like to see this thing with Colt mags, and I'm going to run it through its paces. Anyways, that's all I got for you right now. You know what? No. Let me grab the tools and let me go ahead and knock this out for you. Hopefully I can add these videos together.